scandal today showing that hospital workers manipulated records to make it look like they were treating vets when they really weren't.
The shocking preliminary findings have senators and members of the House calling for the secretary to resign. Heidi Hatch was able to speak with Utah Congressman Chaffetz tonight. Heidi, what'd you find out?
Well, I found out that Jason Chaffetz is hardline about wanting Shinseki to resign. He also wants the president to make some meaningful changes, and he wants a different approach to how our vets are treated.
These are real people's lives. These are people that are dying, that are screaming for help.
Congressman Jason Chaffetz is tired of talk and wants our nation's wounded warriors to get immediate help.
This didn't just pop up. We've been at war in Iraq and Afghanistan for more than a decade.
Chaffetz says it is too little too late for VA Secretary Eric Shinseki, who in an op-ed today called the manipulation of VA wait times reprehensible and vowed to accelerate access to care for veterans.
The president in 2009 issued orders that were not carried out. I think the president needs to take personal responsibility, and the VA secretary, he should be fired.
Chaffetz is not alone. Today, 25 senators called for Shinseki to step down, but not all agree. House Speaker John Boehner is reluctant to abandon the four-star general.
The question I ask myself is him resigning going to get us to the bottom of the problem?
Chaffetz admits firing one person is not the fix, but a start for soldiers like one here in Utah he tried to help 5.5 years ago.
And he was having a terrible time. And I talked to the Secretary of Defense and talked about the long wait times, and he said they're working on it, but obviously nothing's happened, and that's what's so infuriating.
That soldier ultimately fell through the cracks.
Well, he ended up getting a divorce. He became a terrible alcoholic. It was a horrific case.
The answer, Chaffetz says, is already here in Utah and across the country.
Let these kids go to the University of Utah and Utah Valley Hospital and tap into those medical resources.
Now, Chaffetz says that really there needs to be more resources. There needs to be change. He says our soldiers need a lifetime of care. And he said even when the system's working correctly here in Salt Lake at the VA, he says it's just not feasible to get them all in. Many of them live in southern Utah or rural Utah and trying to come for weekly, monthly doctor's appointments all the way up to Salt Lake City. It just doesn't work, and they need to make some changes big across the rest of the country so they can start helping these soldiers like they should be receiving right now. Mark and Shauna.
All right, Heidi, thanks.